Hello everyone, how are you doing? So in this session, let's talk about the practical aspects of how we do the uterine arteries. So what we have here is the right uterine artery. So the gate, our gate, this one, it should be 2 millimeters or below. You see what I put there, and the Doppler angle there, this angle there, it should be 30 degrees and less. So you see that is what I've done. So you see, this is the external iliac. This is the external iliac artery there. So the external iliac artery and the uterine artery. So this is where you sample it, where they meet at almost 90 degrees. So if you identify this, then you can sample it there. So you see how I have zoomed the image there. I have zoomed the image so that it occupies much of the screen, and then you can see it nicely like that. So this is the right uterine artery. So you can see now. So this is not a nice waveform. Let's wait for a better waveform. So you can see that a better waveform is coming now. So you see. So now, so what we have here. So this is the peak. This is the peak systolic velocity. This is our baseline. That's our baseline there. This is the peak systolic velocity there. So the peak systolic velocity is here from the base to there. So that's the velocity there. So this is the systolic velocity, peak systolic velocity. Then the distance from here to here, that's the diastolic velocity. This is the diastole. So you can see that's the diastole there. So this is the diastolic velocity, diastolic velocity, diastolic velocity there. That's the diastolic velocity. So as you can see here, so that's our diastolic velocity there. So what we are measuring is this one. So this is what we are measuring, this one. So the bigger the diastolic velocity there, the lesser the resistance. So if this distance is too short or this one is closer to the base there, it means there's higher resistance. So in this case, you can see that our diastolic velocity there is higher from the baseline. It's almost the same as the peak systolic velocity. So what it means, this is a less resistant channel, meaning to say that there's less resistance, meaning to say the placenta is getting enough blood supply. So this one is a normal, this is a normal waveform. That's a normal waveform. So that's the trace that we want. So if we see a tracing like that, it means that the prognosis is very good. It means that there is less likelihood of the development of preeclampsia. This is what we are talking about. So this is the waveform that you must know how to interpret. Peak systolic velocity and the diastolic velocity, the end diastolic velocity. That's the end diastolic velocity there. End diastolic velocity there. So these are the things that you're looking at. So that's the landmark. This is the external. That's the external iliac artery there. So where they meet at with the uterine artery at 90 degrees. So that's what we are looking at. So if you get this, you are good. So this is how we screen for preeclampsia. This is how you screen for preeclampsia. So you go on either side of the flank of the abdomen, then you turn the patient slightly, uh, 20 degrees or less, so that you can identify the uterine artery there. Then you look where it crosses, like that. So this is the waveform that you must understand or know how to interpret. Okay. Okay. So now you can see the waveform there. You can see the waveform. So you must wait until you pick a beta signal. You see, we are getting a beta signal now. That's a beta signal. That's a beta signal. This is a beta signal. So that is how you measure your uterine artery Doppler. So let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's do it again, like that, like that. I hope it's making sense. So this is one. So you must measure the other one as well. So you see, This is the one. Then you must measure both of them, the right and the left. So now this is the waveform that you are getting there, which is very nice. So this is on the left side. So we are going to the opposite now, the left side now. So you can see this is the waveform on the left side. So again, you see that's the external iliac artery there, and then we've got our uterine artery there. That's the uterine artery there. So they are meeting at almost. So this is our external iliac artery, and then this is our uterine artery. They're meeting almost 90 degrees there. So again, you see the tracing there. So the peak systolic velocity there, the end diastolic velocity there. You see. So it's quite high. So there's lesser resistance. So which is very good. So which is very good. So the flow is fine there. So we have no issues. We have no risk of any placental complications. Or you see, this is how you trace your. Okay. So what you then do is when you are done, you are then supposed to take the peak systolic velocity of both and take an average. So that's how you get everything. So I hope this is making sense to you, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you will be in a good position. Make sure that you identify the uterine artery where it crosses the external iliac artery at 90 degrees. Then the sample there, the sample gate should be 2 millimeters and less. Then the angle of insonation should be 30 degrees or less. So you do for both the right and the left uterine arteries. This is the standard. So these waveforms, they speak volumes when it comes to fetal management, preeclampsia screening, placental insufficiency, IUGR um, assessment. So placental abruption also. So these things, they sound as if they are just waveforms for the sake of it. But this is how lives are saved. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's keep learning. Like, share, and comment. Let's meet again the next case presentation. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.